Hi guys, today just a quick look at the madness of the internet if you're a musician. Now, at the moment there's this great big scandal about this guitarist who's stolen guitar solos and sold them as tab and all of this sort of thing. But for me it's not really new, because I can remember a long time ago I was going to make a video about a guy on the internet who's got like 2 million subscribers, and he does like these little guitar solos. They're like 20 seconds long, 30 seconds long, and it's like really kind of quick technical stuff. And then one day he decided to perform live. And when this guy performed live, I mean, they literally just plugged an electric guitar into an amplifier with some distortion, and he actually really couldn't play anything. The irony being is that the music didn't matter. Like, nobody cared. All they wanted was to have a photo or a selfie video of themselves in the room with him, so they could show their friends and say, look, I'm here with this famous guitarist. And at the time I thought, wow, this is crazy. Nobody cares about music. Nobody's actually listening. Like, not one person could care less about it. And it was a real revelation for me, because I realised at that time how much music had changed. And it hadn't just changed, it was because of video. Video had changed everything. And now the music really didn't matter. What mattered was the image on the video. It's a realisation that the old music business that most of us have grown up in and know about has completely gone. And it's just not the music business itself, it's the way people perceive things. It's human perception and the power of video and what's expected from video. For instance, you could put something out there that sounds extremely nice, but if the video is not enthralling, if it doesn't draw you in, if it doesn't lure you into it, hook. In the old days you have a hook in a song, wouldn't you? Now the video's the hook, it hooks you in. If it doesn't possess that, you can forget it, your numbers go down like that, no one cares. Anyway, I don't really care about Jacko, and I don't really care about him stealing solos, because that is what you've got to expect when you're putting yourself on the internet. Unless you've got a big publishing company behind you, with some power, what can you do? So anyway, this takes me to my main point of this video, and that is I have a website called jazzimproviser.com. I don't want to call it jazzimproviser.com anymore, because I'm not really interested in jazz in the way that I was at the time I started this website. And I only used that title incidentally because I needed improvisation and jazz in order to have a title to get onto Google, obviously, so that it's easy to remember. But I moved on a lot from that into 20th century classical and world music and all this sort of thing. But I can't change the title, although I have had and paid for a couple of different domains, to have more than one domain, but it just doesn't work. Google knows me for that one jazz improviser, so I have to stick with it regardless. Anyway, with this website, I must have started it in about 2018, 2019, and there must be about 300 plus blog posts. There's loads, and about 400 pages, and there's lots of other posts and pages, lots of them that are not in the menu. And I put this stuff out there. I don't charge anything. I'm very lucky because I do get some donations, and I'm very grateful to all of you who have donated, because I still have to pay for the upkeep of it. I've got to pay again for the domain names. Most importantly, you've got to keep paying for space. But anyway, the main reason I'm talking about this is that AI has come along and scraped all of my website, everything. And it's done this twice now, and it's happened this week was the second one. Now, having a little bit guitar solo stolen, right, is a bit annoying. Having, I don't know how many years of work, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of work stolen, and I'm about 1,000 pages plus. It's like an encyclopedia, and AI has come along and scraped and stole everything, and one fell swoop just took the lot and paid nothing, not giving any recognition for it, for that information, and not paid anything. But it's the way of the internet, and it's the way of the world. I have to accept that. Do I want to? No, I feel sick when I see that they've stolen my stuff, because those companies will probably profit from it massively. But now to my second point. I come from the world of classical music. In classical music, you give back. That's what you do. A classic, like for instance, where I live, there's an orchestra just down the road, a BSO. Very famous orchestra, brilliant, amazing professional orchestra. 10 years ago when I saw that orchestra, I thought it wouldn't even be existing now, because all the people that were going there were so old. And I say old, I mean, in their 70s, 80s and 90s, maybe 100s as well. And I thought that orchestra by now would be finished. But no, it's not, And the reason being is that everybody gives back. Classical music will form societies. They're all getting form groups with the local shops, you know, the local people who distribute music, publishers, people in companies. They'll all find people that will sponsor, all of this sort of thing. So classical music then forms more and more societies that other people, for instance, my daughter is a very good example, and then they go and play in these orchestras and choirs, and they do the concerts and all of this sort of stuff, and you have young children learning instruments. It's the complete antithesis of something like Rick Beato, who would say that children don't want to learn instruments anymore. No, kids don't want to play instruments. That's because people like Rick Beato don't want to give back. They want to take. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way of rock and roll. I have no problem with it. The difference is classical music will give back. They will help the younger generation. So, I mean, someone like Rick Beato, in a sense, could give back his time. He could say, look, twice a month I'm going to give 2 hours of my time or 4 hours of my time to teach kids some music, and other people, get other people involved, and we'll form a society and we'll help the next generation of musicians. Even if nobody else wants to contribute, we'll find ways and means of contributing so that they can learn. You know, and that's how it works in classical music. Whereas rock music just wants to make like a school and wants to charge everybody and just make money out of it. There's no future at the end of it. It's just about making money out of teaching. Nothing wrong with that, incidentally, because that's the world of music. But I come from this world of classical music. As an outsider, I was given a chance to go to music school. I was an outsider. It's very difficult for someone like me, especially at that time, because there wasn't any rock schools or jazz schools. You either went to classical music school or you didn't go at all. And to go to classical music school, you had to be extremely good at music. And when I left school, I wasn't extremely good at music. I had to work really hard at it. It was only through that, luckily, I met a teacher who helped me and helped me understand the academic system and what I needed to do, because I certainly didn't envision myself going to music school. I didn't think I'd be good enough. But anyway, I got a chance. I was given a chance, and I went to music school. From that, it helped me, or helps me, give back. That's why I do the website and give back. It's nice to have donations, because I do need them, because it costs money to run the thing. And also for my time. When I make a blog, probably most people think I spend maybe 10 minutes on it. I don't. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to make one blog, because you have to write a paragraph like this. They'll whittle it down to a sentence. That takes time. That's a skill. It might not seem it, but it is. Otherwise, if you write paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, people will get lost and bored and won't understand it. You have to make information as understandable as humanly possible. But anyway, this is the thing that annoys me about my website being scraped, is that I don't get any recognition for it. And probably what annoys people with the Jacko thing, it's not getting recognition. That's the bottom line of it. It's not getting recognition. It's not the money, it's not getting recognition. And it's the fact that a company can just steal it without giving me any recognition. And when I say stealing, it's not like they stole, it's like it'd be like that, of an encyclopedia. There's so much I cover, and not getting recognition. And I think it's the same with, like I say, with the Jacko thing. But here's the conclusion. If you're a musician in the modern world, the old music business is dead. You just got to grin and bear it and move on, I suppose. But to any of you out there, incidentally, if you're going to put your music out there, do the best you can to protect it and protect yourself. And be aware that people will just steal it, and companies will just steal it. They won't care. And you'll be powerless. Unless, like I say, you've got a big company, a big publishing house behind you with good lawyers. But the worst thing that will hurt you if they do steal it is you will not get recognition, and that will hurt. That will hurt. And protect yourselves. And when you put your music out there, do the best you can to protect yourself. If it's stolen, be prepared. As long as you're prepared, then it's not so bad. Anyway, that's what I've got to say. If this video was of any interest to you, it probably wasn't, because it's just me rambling on, then please smash the subscribe button. That really helps with the algorithm. It helps me to build the channel. Smash the like button. That really does help with this algorithm, which seems to be changing all of the time. Click the notification button if you want to see more of my videos, and write a comment if you want. And I'll see you all in the next video, and thank you for watching.